Today's business environment is changing rapidly, and so is the technology that drives it. This is placing new demands on IT strategy across infrastructure, applications, and data. NTT NetMagic is a cloud and managed infrastructure services company that enables organizations to build a strategic advantage and achieve extraordinary levels of success. To learn more about NetMagic, let's hear from the Executive Director and President of NetMagic, Sunil Gupta.
Welcome to Iconic Brands of India. You are with me watching NTT NetMagic's massive campus, where I have with me the company's Executive Director and President, Mr. Sunil Gupta. Welcome to the show, sir. Hi.
Nice meeting you.
Pleasure's mine. Sir, let's start off by talking about this campus that we are standing at. What is kind of a DC strength here, and what do you have to say about this campus?
So we have two data centers here. When we started with this campus, we started with one large data center of 30 megawatt with 300,000 square feet of facility, which can host couple of thousands of servers for our customers. And with time, as we saw the business growing in and more customers demand more space to host their mission critical applications and servers, we created this second building, and we launched it just about 3 months back. While this building is getting occupied, we already have started the construction, you can see at the back, of our third data center. In India, the situation actually is that e-commerce is growing crazily. We all are consumers and users of e-commerce day in and day out. The government is onto a major digitization exercise, be it GST, be it demonetization, driving a whole lot of payment channels which we all use. Government is actually focusing on localization of data, which is actually making sure that all the data which is critical to the country is residing in India. The enterprises have taken cloud in a big way, right? So adoption of cloud is further leading to centralization of data. And as much the mobile is becoming cheaper, the broadband connectivity is becoming cheaper, we are consuming more and more content. So all these trends are leading to huge creation of data which need to be stored in large buildings like this, and this is a golden opportunity. So these are infrastructures which India needs. It's not that it is NTT NetMagic needs it or my customers need it. It is India. Just like India needs mobiles, India needs broadband, India needs data centers to store all this content which is fueling digitalization.
So now that we are talking about the campus, let's have a tour inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
NTT NetMagic is one of those few companies who try to integrate these green initiatives into your projects.
Yep.
Talk us about those kind of projects and how do you make them future ready?
Yeah. Worldwide, data center as an industry consumes as much energy as the airline industry consumes.
Oh my God.
Right? And nobody knows even the term data center.
Yes.
Beyond a point, people don't even understand what data center is. 3% of worldwide energy actually is consumed in data centers. It's huge, right? And these data centers, when these equipment are running in, these equipment consume power. And when they consume so much of power, they also get heated up.
Yes.
And they will generate heat.
Yes.
To cool them, again, I have to use energy for putting up, air conditioning equipment like chillers and all that stuff. So it is a huge consumer of energy. So anything and everything which I can do as a responsible corporate citizen to reduce my usage of energy is extremely beneficial for society in general. Okay. So what we do, number one, is the type of energy I use. So earlier we used to use a typical energy which I'm getting from utility, and that will be from a thermal plant or a coal plant or whatever. Now over a period of last couple of years, we have started scouting for alternate sources of energy. So today I'm very, very proud to say that majority of my data centers have got a significant part of their energy coming from alternate sources like wind energy or solar energy. So that is one part, that how do we go to greener source of energy. Right. Second part which we do is that in our data center there's a term called PUE, power usage efficiency.
Right.
And that typically refers to that how efficient is my cooling. because
right.
cooling, the power I spend on cooling the equipment is like a waste power. I should reduce as much as possible.
Absolutely.
So there are various technologies and operational processes and means available through which you can actually make your cooling efficient. So there are many steps like this. I mean, and of course I'm not talking about the type of material which has been used in constructing this building, you know, how I have disposed of the soil which was extracted and all this stuff.
Those are basic things that you need to take care of even before you start into these kind of
Absolutely. In fact, recently when we launched our Bangalore DC3, that building actually is a platinum grade green building. This is the first time in India that somebody has constructed a data center. Normal commercial building being gold or platinum is still okay, but data center, which is a, I would say, energy guzzler, to have a data center which is platinum grade, you know, we scored I think 96 out of 100 on their point scale and all this stuff in terms of how we are able to save energy wherever we can. So it actually speaks volume of how we are able to, you know, we are trying to do, you know, be saving energy.
So what's in pipeline for the customers? Let's talk about the end users. Now that we have spoken in detail about what you are doing as a company, what do you have for them in store for say the next 5-10 years?
Yeah, so let me divide my customers into two segments. Let me say direct customer, indirect customers, right? Indirect customers are the customers who are direct customers, but they are the people who are a very worldwide large cloud operators themselves, right? They are the people, or maybe let's say large e-commerce providers, you know, the typical very large behemoths who also to deliver their goods and services to end customers need a building like this. They are the ones who are in turn reaching their services to the end consumers, and which is resulting into growth of economy. But to propel these behemoths, they need solid infrastructure at the back end. What India needs is possibly 50 buildings like this in the next 5 to 10 years. If India has to realize its dream of data localization, full digitization, you know, citizen services coming in the click of the button and total automation, we will be needing maybe 50 such buildings in the next 5 to 10 years for India to be really automated and digitized. And that is what we feel is our responsibility, our job as a corporate citizen. So one thing which we as a responsible corporate citizen, what we are doing is that we are going to invest heavily in the next 4 to 5 years in creating infrastructure like this, so that more and more large customers can put in their content with our data centers, and of course that content will be helping the end consumers, whether it is the entertainment content or e-commerce content or banking or insurance content. Ultimately that leads to the growth of India.
Any immediate expansion plans?
Yes, absolutely. I think this is the building which where you're standing is DC5. Just next door is something which we just launched 3 months back, and it rarely happens worldwide that even before the launch of the building it was fully contracted. We already had delivered almost 70% of that to our customers, and in anticipation of this entire demand, we already got approval for from our head office to construct one more building, and our horizon actually is much bigger, that we want to make more buildings in this campus. And of course we will be looking forward to Navi Mumbai to create a much bigger campus in times to come. We already have a presence in Delhi, we have a presence in Chennai, and we have a presence in Bangalore. So the idea is wherever our customers need it for the growth of their businesses, we will keep on putting money and keep on putting infrastructure like this. So that is one part of my story, right? To propel indirectly, to propel the India growth indirectly. Second is that the end customer, the startups, the enterprises, right? 90% of them, they just want to run their websites, they just want to run their application. They are not bothered about everything running below, and they want to have the complete variety of platforms and managed services available to them to run whatever they want to do. And that is where my multi-cloud strategy comes in. I would say we have just started the journey. We are partners to all the large cloud operators. I have my own cloud services. We have started giving a whole lot of solutions. There's a whole lot of uptake from the customers on that. But we are creating now an online platform. We call it Cloud Management Platform, CMP. It's like an orchestration layer where I can actually through APIs I can connect all the cloud operators, bring all of them into a singular digital dashboard which customers can see. It is like a travel portal where instead of going to individual travel airlines to book your ticket, you just go to the travel portal and make a comparisons, and then you decide to pick what you want. So similarly what we are doing is that for various cloud services which are available across the world from different cloud operators, I actually bring them a single portal. Customer can make comparatives, and once he decides to click that this is what I purchase, it automatically gets provisioned to the respective cloud operator, and then customer can see all his cloud instances, you know, whether it's running in US or UK or Asia or India or maybe in his own premise and private cloud. He can see everything on his platform on a singular dashboard.
Thank you so much for giving us some time.
Absolutely.
And it was pleasure knowing about NTT NetMagic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.